The Propcast on the Sports Game Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. They bring new offer for new customers. Play just $5, get $100 bonus funds. Use promo code SGPN.
And Peggy the shot to Brown downfield. He gets the catch, and he gets in for the touchdown. The catch is made by Calvin Ridley. Wilson, as he throws.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Propcast here for NFL Week 6. I'm your host, Scott Rachel, once again joined by Ben Rhodes. We're together. We're going to give out our favorite props for NFL Week 6. Interesting background for Adam. He's not in his usual place. He's in Vegas, the Holy Land. So how's it going with you? I'm sure that all the people in Vegas missed you. Welcome back. I'm jealous.
Well, normally I'm here with you, and I'm not, and so it's a little bit weird. Tom Viola was here, who is not you, but he's my other you. We lost $600 in 4 minutes at a craps table. It was fantastic.
Were either of you rolling?
I roll. We all three of us. Us and Matt Brown, and we just terrible rolls.
Like, okay.
Terrible.
Right.
Like
I'm wondering if you could blame
threes out of the
else.
gate, and like I hit 1 point, and then it crapped out.
I was wondering if you could blame anybody else at the table, but it sounds like no.
It just was not good. It just wasn't good. I mean, I'm waiting to go my bigger craps run because Ryan and Sean are, I guess, in the air because their flight takes off now, and he's also on his way with my headphones because I lost my headphones at this conference that I'm at and had to raw dog a workout. Couldn't listen to anything. Haven't listened to any podcasts.
Did the local gym at least have a default playlist?
No, it does not. Okay. It has a TV with no sound on, and I did that workout, and then I texted Sean and I said I'm having DoorDash deliver from Best Buy in Los Feliz or something to the office. So he's bringing me new AirPods. So
okay, nice.
So yeah,
there you go. But how's your Vegas trip so far?
So far it's fine. So far it's fine. I have an idea for I came across a very good future that I want, but I need to make sure that you and I can get down on it first before we give it out. And otherwise it's good. So I'm right. Also, as you may recall, we usually stay right next to, whenever we stay at the D, you and I are right next to all the music that's going on. That music, by the way, I can confirm goes on Wednesdays and Thursdays until 4 a.m. So that's about it.
Okay, there you go. Either way, though, maybe next time I can join you in the Holy Land. Anyway,
we'll be back in December.
It's all good. Anyway, point is before we get into any of our props there for Week 6, do want to remind everyone once again that the NHL's back, and so is the Hockey Gambling Podcast. Shout out to the Sharks. What the hell was that last night? Join Ryan and Joel as they break down the biggest games, storylines, awards, and best bets throughout the season. Let it slide. I still can't get over the loss there by the Sharks last night. I didn't have any action on it, but that's some of the worst goaltending I've ever seen in my entire life. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I watched the beginning. I thought that this was a great spot for the Sharks, and they were
terrible. No. Did you see the 2 goals that Nigel?
No, I didn't see them. No.
Oh, you're missing an all-timer. Oh wow, you're in for a real treat when you look that up after the show. Oh my God, that is some all-time bad goaltending, and Vegas won in overtime. So that was something that was pretty ridiculous. But either way, point is time to move on into the Week 6 NFL props. Actually, you know what? Before we get into that, I'll ask you because you're an Eagles fan. Care to comment about last night?
I mean, I knew it was going to. I had the Giants money line, and you and I had Giants plus 7.5. Like I literally gave that out as a look ahead. And I just said, "This is."
You said you liked that play like a week ago. Yeah.
It's just. I mean, it's not an upgrade. First of all, you have a coach that knows that he's getting fired, like Dable, who probably is going to get fired regardless, unless the Giants
Dart might save his job. Who knows? We'll see.
I don't know if Dart's going to save his job, but I just think that they're going to let him do whatever he wants. I think that it was hilarious when Dart had the concussion protocol and Dable tried to go into the tent with him, and Dable started yelling at the doctor, and it was like very, very obvious what was going on.
It's really not a good sign for Russell Wilson when everyone's yelling to get the other guy back in.
Yeah. You're fine. How many fingers is this? Yeah. No, his brain is sideways. No, it doesn't matter. It's okay. It's okay. It was very obvious. I do think actually on an early play, I think Hurts got hit, but I don't know. It was a terrible play. Eagles didn't show up, and it was terrible. They got him out of the gate. You and I, thanks to our bosses, hit on
Dart.
the Dart, which was nice.
Bartholomew.
Yeah. I see Joe saying Eagles miss the playoffs. I don't think that is the bet.
I'm not going to overreact that much. Do I think they can lose the division? Yes. I think that's possible.
There's another bet that I would like for it, but I'm not giving it out until you and I have secured getting down on it.
Yeah, but either way, point is the Eagles no-showed the game. Carter not playing didn't help the run defense, but they look soft
the run defense hasn't been good anyway. No, they were terrible.
So it didn't really matter.
There's also, there was on Hurts's throw. So on Hurts's, then we can get into the props. Hurts's throws, this is part of the reason why I think early on, I had texted this to CJ too. I was like, I think he just got concussed because there was a play early where Hurts got hit on the ground. It was the first series. And I don't remember who did the tackle, but it was like he hit his head. And I was like, I think he may have just gotten concussed.
Wasn't that a theory for the Buccaneers second half because he had 0 completions in that
Possibly.
second half too?
So, I mean, hold on. Joe, I see that Eagles should be 2-4. Like, yeah, and the Seahawks should be 5-0.
The Seahawks should have won the Super Bowl that one.
Yeah, so
I don't know. At the end of the day, the record's the record.
At the end of the day,
was that Parcells who said that? Your record is your record.
Luck goes both ways.
Yeah.
So but the thing is that there was like no zip on the ball either, because like as whatever he is, and we say about his passing, he still can throw a ball with some.
Yeah, the out route that got picked looked like it was thrown off that was rough.
I know that the guys love Dotson. I don't think Dotson's getting a red zone target like for a very long time.
Probably not. I'm still salty because for my fantasy team, he overthrew a wide open Devontae Smith for a 90-yard touchdown.
We also had that 4. I took Devontae Smith live at the end of the game. I took Devontae Smith live over 50 yards, and A.J. Dillon screwed that up.
Yes, he did.
So
then again, I don't know why A.J. Dillon's your passing down back, but that's a separate problem with personnel.
I mean, but on that route, like well, first of all, he didn't turn. Right. Yeah. And he didn't block. He didn't use any of his body to block out the defender. He completely left his quarterback out to dry. Dotson should not get a red zone target ever again.
Either way, though, Eagles have their work cut out for them. Yeah. But nice win for the Giants.
They have 10 days now.
They have 10 days. We'll see where they go from here. Giants, nice job by them to get the job done there at home by beating up on Eagles.
Scatterboo in one dynasty league and Dart in another. So they're fun. They're fun. The Giants are fun.
Yeah, that's the word.
That's what I would use. I mean, they're fun. They're a fun team. The defense has always been good, in my opinion, and but they're fun. They're fun.
Well, the defensive line's very good now because Thibodeau's not atrocious. You have Burns, who's been very good since he got there. They have a pass rush, which can make things entertaining for that team. But either way, time to move on into Week 6 for the NFL props. Adam, I want you to go first. What's going to be your first prop for NFL Week 6?
All right, so allegedly this was given out on the prop show earlier this week, but I'm going to still give it out because I gave it to both of them. But it is Chase Brown over 3.5 receptions. Green Bay has the highest opposing checkdown rate by a mile. It's about 28% of opposing throws are checked down. That is just because of how they pressure their defense. Joe Flacco in his first week on a new job, staying within the division, doesn't really probably have to move houses or anything. I expect him to be like, who are these guys? What am I doing? And he also, even if you don't believe that, he has the 23rd highest checkdown rate amongst quarterbacks. So that leaves 2 types of things to be thrown, or 3 types of people that would get these types of passes. Yoshivas? I don't think so. Running backs or tight ends. Their tight ends is a rotating wagon of just mid, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And Chase Brown, with the absence of any sort of offensive line, has become a pretty solid catching down back. Green Bay is also bottom of the league in receptions to running backs. So he had 7 last week. 3.5 is pretty much even money, I think.
You also have game script because they're down. They're projected to be down double digits for almost the entire game.
So exactly. Chase Brown as that as a safety valve. Give it to me. Minus like 107 or something. Like that.
It was 107
cool.
when I took it for you.
Yep.
But either way, moving on to my first prop. Going back to our boy, all reliable. We have lines on him again. Noah Gray, longest reception, under 8.5 yards, minus 115. He still stinks, believe it or not. Finally, the sports books posted odds for him again, even though he is terrible. I've been waiting for this moment. He has not had a 7+ yard catch in 9 of his last 10 games. Once again, the line here is 8.5. He's had less than 2 catches in 6 of his last 7 against Jacksonville on Monday Night Football. 0 catches on 0 targets for 0 yards. He is not a good player. I've taken this before on the show. It has won 8.5, good enough for me. Lions are okay against tight ends, but either way, it's mostly Noah Gray not being very good. Give me Noah Gray, longest catch under 8.5 yards, minus 115. All reliable. That's all I have to say. Care to comment?
Nope. Sorry, as you were talking, I just got a message from my wife saying that the kids
My wife,
that the kids are off on Monday, which is, I guess it's actually pretty ideal for us. So yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah. So
Noah Gray stinks.
Noah Gray stinks. He's Noah Gray. So Noah Gray is responsible for one of our bigger. You and I had a huge Super Bowl.
Yeah.
One of our favorite plays of the Super Bowl.
We went out of our way to just call Noah Gray trash, and it worked out so well.
So well, and the best part about that, first of all, the guys loved him.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're enamored with him.
Because he's on the field. I mean, the argument is if he's going to be on the field and you got Mahomes, maybe he'll give him a target or two, but he never does. That's basically the point.
They stink. He stinks. But you and I had under longest reception at 10.5, I think it was then. No, 12.5. It was higher. It was way higher.
It was like 10 or 12.5, and he had like one catch for what do you have?
What's
1
funny,
yard?
he had one catch for if he had anything, he may have had one catch for 9. But at the end of the game, I remember because you sent it to me. Mahomes was they were down and it was whatever.
Yeah, they're getting their ass kicked. Yeah.
Mahomes was looking at him. He was the initial read and it would have won them a bunch of stuff. And if he had hit, it would have lost all of our bets. Yeah. And he completely overthrew him. And it was great.
Pretty much.
And it was awesome. And then Xavier Worthy had that bomb. It was actually that. It was right around the Xavier Worthy play because he gave it to Xavier Worthy, which then cashed the 65-1 most receiving yards.
Yeah, but I do remember though that's when we realized we should start fading Noah Gray, and we've been fading him ever since.
We've been fading him ever since.
That worked out. Yep. But either way, what's going to be your second prop for Week 6?
Second prop is let me pull it up. Okay. Jalen Coker over 2.5 receptions. I think it was minus 120. So they've said here's the thing that NFL does that's weird. Opening up practice window 21 day, but the dude's definitely starting this weekend. Mm-hmm. So it's Jalen Coker is a stud, and it's one of the reasons I'm kind of higher on this This Panthers has a solid wide receiver unit for what Bryce Young is good at, which is
Coker's a pretty solid possession guy.
He's a solid possession guy. So they've said that he's going to operate primarily out of the slot. 2.5 catches for a guy who's working out of the slot with a quarterback that we don't think can really throw far is
against the Cowboys defense.
Yeah, it's against the Cowboys defense. I mean, Dallas is 30th in the league here in receptions. Dalbs, Zacchaeus, and Luther Burden all got over this. Those are other slot alignment guys. So I know some people are on the yards. I don't know. I don't like the yards as much as I like the receptions here, especially with no. It sounds like Chuba Hubbard's not going to be there. It's going to be Rico Dowdle, who obviously had a monster game last week, but it's
a revenge game for Dowdle, whatever that means.
Yeah, whatever that means. The revenge, who's in a better? Actually, I mean,
200 yards last week. He should be thanking the Cowboys for getting him to a team that actually gives him the ball a bunch.
Yeah, he stinks though. Anyway, give me Jalen Coker over 2.5 receptions.
Yep, there you go. Before we get into my second prop for Week 6, a reminder that we're brought to you by our sponsor, MyBookie.ag. Who's Bookie?
My Bookie.
So, using to bet on football, college football, they have playoff baseball, they have prop builder, second to none. Their motto is simple: bet anything, anywhere, anytime. Use crypto when you actually deposit, and you can get nice payouts with crypto as well. And when you sign up with MyBookie.ag, use promo code SGPN for a special 100% bet back bonus $100 for customers. Bookie.ag promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig, which is America's #1 prediction market for sports. Novig's getting some great prices for you. And a reminder, it's available in a bunch of states, 35 plus to be exact. Download the Novig app, get $50 when you spend just $5. If you use promo code SGPN, get on the actual Novig, promo code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the Propcast here for NFL Week 6. Adam finished going through his first two props. Time to move on into my second prop for the show. I'm going to go with Jackson Smith and Jigba. I'm going to take the over 76.5 receiving yards at around minus 115. He's been a monster since basically the back half of last year, and Darnold loves the guy. Smith and Jigba has had at least 79 yards in every game so far this season. Jaguars pass defense, also not great. They beat the Chiefs.
They're very good at causing turnovers, but otherwise it's not.
They cause turnovers.
Things. Yeah.
So they won the game because they had a 99-yard pick six.
You and I like Seattle this weekend, so I'm totally into this play.
Yeah, the point is that you're looking at the Jaguars' pass defense, not really that great, and Smith and Jigba has been a monster, and the Jaguars are allowing the 6th most receiving yards per game in the entire league. But we know that Smith and Jigba is getting a ton of targets. He is a phenomenal player, by the way. He's been a very good receiver, and the fact is, I don't know if Jacksonville could cover him. But when you've gone over this number in every start, and now you're against a bad pass defense, based on what the stats suggest, we also think it's a pretty good letdown spot for Jacksonville anyway. So I think that Seattle's pretty live to win this game outright. Give me Jackson Smith and Jigba to keep it rolling. Give me the over 76.5 receiving yards at around minus 115. So I like that as my second prop.
I like that. I'd like Darnold over his longest.
That's correlated, so that's
correlated.
So there you go.
Underdog. Well, I can't do underdog here, but
it's kind of a weird situation the Seahawks have at receiver because you have a bunch of guys, including tight end, like Barner, like really all the young guys they have. They get red zone targets, but it feels like Njigba gets all the yards.
He's really good.
He's really, really good. He's really good, but it feels like they have a bunch of guys who might get some targets in the red zone. But Smith and Jigba gets them into the red zone, and that's kind of how they divide up the actual usage. But give me the yards on Smith and Jigba against what I think is a pretty suspect secondary in their matchup. So moving on to your third and final prop. What do you like?
My third and final prop. Okay, so I like – I wanted to say same game, but it's the guys who they played the last week. Baker Mayfield, over 22.5 completions, minus 104. They played Seattle last week. I like the Bucs, but I think they're kind of a luck box. Every opposing QB has gone over this against the Niners this year. They sort of operate that way because they like to keep people in front of them. Baker's over this in 4 of his last 5 against top 75th percentile defenses, of which, whether you like it or not, the Niners are one of those. And Niners are 14th in opposing completion percentage. They also have the lowest opposing yak. And when a team has low yak, they generally are doing a lot more receptions. But Tampa is also just across the board just have a lot of guys who are going to catch the ball. They're 10th in overall receptions. So, I liked this one a lot. I also think that Tampa's going to be trailing in this game. With the way the running backs are also banged up, I just I think that he's going to obviously lean on like Rashad White and some of these guys for some of these lower things. I thought I saw Godwin's probably out.
Godwin's out.
Yeah. So if Godwin's out, then I think that actually those catches are going to go to Otten and White. And I just expect them from just a general game flow management. Like you have Emeka, and that's fine. And but he's much more of a A-dot bomb guy. I just think there's a lot of opportunities to get these completions over. And again, like I said, I think they're going to be playing from behind. So I think that there'll be a lot of opportunities for him to be passing the ball.
Yeah, I can get behind that too. We saw last week this Tampa defense also not that great. So it feels like they can win in a shootout, and that's the only way they could win.
Yeah.
So
that's a good call out. I see my boy Zay in the chat. Zay is awesome, and you should all subscribe to his YouTube too, because it's how I learned how to play video games, to be honest, because he's really good at it. So, and yes, I'll shout out Joe. My wife also said that it's Indigenous People Day because we live in Massachusetts. But if we lived in New Jersey, it would be Columbus Day.
See, about Columbus Day, whenever I think about it now, I just think of the Sopranos episode.
Yeah.
Which came out like 20 years ago.
What Joe was doing too.
Which came out like 20 years ago. And yet, I don't know, it's kind of had a purpose for the next 20-something years. But either way, point is, I agree with you about Baker. I think that he's been great. He's carrying this team. And the defense stinks. So there you go. Even San Francisco, when they beat the Rams last week, I mean, Stafford went up and down the field multiple times. They just called a couple of really bad I can't really call it bad handoff plays. The 4th and 1 was awful in overtime. I mean, Kyron fumbled the ball, but the pass defense wasn't great. So I can get behind that Baker play as well. For my last play, I'm going to the Rams, actually, as they take on whatever this Ravens team is. I'm going with the kicking prop. I'm going to go with Cardi. Give me the over 1.5 field goals made at minus 120. He's made at least 2 field goals in 9 of his last 11. He's made at least 2 field goals in 5 straight road games, and the Ravens have allowed at least 37 points in 4 of their last 5 games. Hamilton should be back. Roquan's still not practicing, and Lamar, as far as I know, is still not practicing at all. So the Ravens might have quit on Harbaugh. The team might be completely dead.
That team has definitely quit on Harbaugh. You listen to my show. You quit on Harbaugh.
We'll see, but the point is, if they can't stop anybody, and I think this Rams offense is still pretty good, I think Carter's going to have chances, and the hit rates have been good. It did not get there last week. You could argue that it should have, if you think they should have kicked instead of gone for it on 4th and 1. But the point is, Cardi at minus 120 for 2 field goals when he's against a defense that might allow 35-plus points again. I'll play the math angle. Give me the Cardi over 1.5 field goals minus 120. Thoughts? I mean, the Ravens are god-awful. So, there you go. Anyway, time for miscellaneous. Any thoughts on some props that did not make the final cut, but you still like anyway?
I liked it's correlated to what we were just talking about with Chase Brown on the receptions, but I liked his under rushing attempts too. Because like that offensive line is just they're not running the ball. Like, by the way,
I see a Ski mentioning he doesn't think that the Ravens quit on Harbaugh. Regardless,
I love you, Steve. Yeah.
Regardless if Lamar and Roquan are both not going to play, the team's not very good.
But by the way, all this being said, I should probably have said this first. I actually I really like the Ravens this week.
It's a great buy low spot because nobody's on them, but
I like the Ravens this week also because the Rams have had 6 flights in the last 7 weeks, and they're going from here. They're staying in Camden Yards, and then they're going to London.
Yeah, it's not a great scheduling spot in general, but
right.
Whether
my issue with the Rams, Ski, is that they had never lost to the Texans before, and this was at home. I think Harbaugh is Andy Reid 2010. But I'm willing to discuss this with you and buy you drinks if you come downtown, even though I know you hate coming downtown and you and I hung out yesterday. But if you want to hang out later, I will buy you drinks so we can discuss this.
All I know is whether they've quit on Harbaugh or not, with the injuries they have, the team's decimated. I mean, that's not going to change. And the fact is the Texans offense we don't like, and they dropped 40-plus points in their building. Like, that's a horrible look no matter how you slice it. So give me Cardi to kick 2 field goals. That's where I'm at.
No, but I get it. I think that I
need a kicking play. It's my thing. It's my bit. I need a kicking play.
Shout out to Aubrey. He's going to get the Berlin game.
Shout out to Aubrey who made the 2 extra points last week, or the 3 extra points last week. But anyway, what do you like again for miscellaneous?
So I like the Chase Brown under rush attempts. I also like the Darnold over longest. I also I don't hate Darnold to throw an interception at plus money.
He had a brutal one last week.
Yeah, well, also Jackson
felt very Romo-esque, by the way, that last interception.
It really felt Romo-esque. That's a great comp. All right, well, I like that. I mean, I think it's pretty important for everybody to kind of know like the sides that I like this week because like I like a lot of these gross dogs this week. I really like Bijan stuff. I think the Falcons beat the Bills outright on Monday. It's been, I don't know if it's been publicized enough, but like the Bills have been so coddled from the last few weeks. And
they didn't even look good against the Saints.
They didn't look good against the Saints. They lost outright at home to the Pats. They've had extended rest on every game. The only game that we could probably argue that they looked great was against the Jets.
Well, even the Ravens game was a miracle. So
that's what I'm saying is that they did. Yeah, that was more on the Ravens kind of like really pissing down their own leg.
The Jets also are the only team to ever lose their first 5 games in a season while forcing 0 turnovers. So this might be a historically bad Jets team. So that's also something to mention too.
So anyway, I'm on the Panthers. You know what might be probably going to do this as a
Panthers and Falcons. What, you want to tease Panthers and Falcons?
I don't want to tease them. I'm going to take them.
Money line parlay? Okay.
Yeah, but I think I want to do I think I'm going to do a bird parlay. A bird money line parlay of Ravens and Falcons.
I don't know if I have the strength to join you on the Ravens, but I can join you on the Falcons for the money line stuff.
Okay.
It depends if Lamar plays. I can't back Cooper Rush with this. I'm saying with Cooper Rush with this defense, I'm going to pass.
Is it Cooper Rush? I thought it was going to be Snoop. Because
that's a better option.
Right, I know. I don't know. It's just
Pro Bowl
there's
Snoop.
This weird thing. Snoop is like the aura that he gets as if he is Joe's 100% on Joe's totally right on this. Do you want to put that comment up? Atlanta's gonna be rocking on Monday Night Football. It's just like they're also off a bye. Terrell's back. That defense is really good.
We've also seen Atlanta at home compared to on the road. In the dome,
oh, they're so much better. I completely agree. I just think that frankly, I think they're gonna fuck Josh Allen up. So it's weird because Snoop Huntley, there's like a mystique around him as if he's James Winston, and he's not. I think it's because of that.
I don't think he's very good. He just made the Pro Bowl.
I don't think he's very good
time,
either.
So whatever.
No, but I like that. I didn't get to. I'm going to dive into some other ones later. I'm like leaving. I gotta check out at the D and then go over to Circa. But yeah, I think that the biggest bonus bet I'd say is like the Chase Brown under. You know what else I liked? I like Flournoy. That dude.
Okay, Cowboys guy.
I like him a lot too.
He's not bad.
His yardage is a little so it's at 40.5, which is like above a key number. I don't like that. I would do a reverse correlation parlay with him of under receptions over yards.
Okay.
I think that could be fun.
I can't say I have in front of me what the ADOT is against Carolina, but
they're solid. They're like mid. The Carolina is like, and their
defense I think is okay. Just the offense is question marks.
Yeah, but like if I were to tell you, forget who the quarterback is, but the wide receivers are Jalen Coker, Xavier Legette, and
I think McMillan's a monster.
I think Tet's great.
So McMillan's a monster.
I think Tet is going to be a Rookie of the Year finalist.
I'm still not a big Legette guy, but he came through for us last weekend, so I guess I'm a bigger fan of him now than I was a week ago. But I'm not a big Legette guy. I think the Yak numbers speak for themselves, but you know what? He had a nice touchdown catch last week. So, yeah we'll see. I do think they could use a bit of a better number 2. I know Legette's still young, though, so they can work on that. But, no, McMillan's a monster. McMillan, I loved at Arizona. I still think he's a very good player. So, yeah, they got more talent than you might think. But I also want to acknowledge that Miami's defense is a joke. So, allowing 200 yards to Rico Dowdle is probably not the best defense I should use to create conclusions on your overall offense. So that's kind of where I'll push back a little bit. But either way, I can understand where you're coming from. I think Coker's pretty good from what I saw last year.
I just like the weapons a lot more. Because think about it. When was the last time that they had all of the guys on the field at the same time?
Yeah, it's been a while. It has been. So
here we go. I like that a lot. The backup in Carolina. You know who the backup should be in Carolina? It should be Jameis Winston.
I do feel like a lot of people feel robbed. I know Flacco's kind of the same vibe, but he's not Winston. On Cincinnati, not trading for Jameis.
They didn't even call them.
No, which I find weird. I find that kind of weird.
Well, I think they're tanking.
Well, now they kind of have to be. I mean,
you and I have. I never told you that I bet this for us, but we have Flacco to lead the AFC North in passing yards.
Well, that's just funny.
It's like 300-1.
That's just funny because now he's actually
extremely alive.
You know how funny that is? He got traded within the same. Yeah, that's just a good joke. He got traded within the same division.
I feel like someone. What was it? I saw someone make a dumb comment. They're like, "It's because they think he's washed," and I said, "No, it's because they're nice enough to him that they're like, we don't want you to have to move."
See, the thing is, I'm not going to go too deep into the Flacco trade.
I don't think
they also exchanged some draft picks, so I thought the whole thing was kind of weird, but whatever.
Well, it's a free roster spot.
No, I get it. It's just, free roster spot for who? Zappy?
That's
a practice squad quarterback. Like what do you? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're just going to promote a backup quarterback to join the active roster. I don't know if it's going to change anything, but either way, backup for Carolina. By the way, Andy Dalton. He came in a couple games ago.
Remember when he got in that car accident last year, and then suddenly Bryce was better?
You remember when he was on the Cowboys randomly that one year? Andy Dalton. Backup quarterback.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for the bonus bets. Time to move on into our best bets for the show. Before we get into the best bets and the Underdog entry, reminder, they're brought to you by our sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. Play the Fantasy Pick'em entries. Chance to win 5 times your entry pick higher or lower on your favorite player stats. Available for a ton of different sports as well. We have an offer with Underdog. So a reminder that you can get a really good deal if you create your new account. Play just $5, get $100 bonus funds when you use the promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. They're off to a great start for college football and the NFL. Check out their props, especially for the NFL. They were great last week, 8-2 on passing prop overs in week 5. So maybe they'll do the same thing in week 6, giving out some great week cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type for all that you build, and you can win $1K. And we have a nice discount code with Rhythm. Use promo code SGPN25. We can download the Rhythm app for a quarter off first month. Download Rhythm once again. Promo code SGPN25. Welcome back, everyone, to the Propcast. Finish going through our 3-player props each.
I might have a TD now that I'm thinking about it. Keep going.
We can mention this maybe for Underdog. We can throw it in there. Okay. But either way, we just finished going through our 3 favorite player props each. Time to move on into the best bets that we have. Adam, what is your favorite prop out of the 3 you gave out?
Probably this Coker prop, Rob. I think Coker. I think the Coker mine's one. It's also just a great number.
And you said it was 2.5, right?
Yeah, I mean it's 2.5. It's 3 catches.
All right. Mine's going to be Noah Gray, because that's kind of one of our running bits at this point, and there's no reason to stop taking him. The only reason why I did not take him last week was because he was so bad that the odds makers took his props off the board. And they're also playing Monday night, so I don't want to. We try to avoid Monday night props on the show to keep it, I'd say, convenient for everybody else. But the point is now we got props again, and he stinks. So I'll go with the Noah Gray under Long's reception, 8.5 minus 115. So moving on to the Underdog entry. I know you just said you had a touchdown you liked. Is that Underdog worthy, or is that something separate?
Do you want to do 2-leg? If you want to do 2-leg, it could be.
What's the player in question?
I don't know. I'm just looking through. I'm looking through a couple touchdowns to see if there's something that we want on here.
We can brainstorm here. Just say it out loud.
I don't. So I don't hate. I don't hate T. Higgins for a touchdown.
Okay. Flacco.
Yeah. Well, it's basically thinking about guys that I think will get them later in the games. I like T. Higgins a lot. I think what it is this at plus 380 for someone who I think is. Well, I think Jamar Chase is excellent and elite. T. Higgins is very, very fucking good.
Higgins is a very solid, big body, red zone.
He's just a huge target.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I want that for Underdog, but I like the price.
I like that price. So then everybody knows. Here's how Scott and I do our props. We do our stuff generally now. We have our Friday show, and then we cook on like Friday night or Saturday night. I don't know if that's going to work tonight because sometimes
we do it on Thursday, but we were busy. But of course, you're in a different state, so
but we end up like releasing a bunch of stuff. I end up taking a bunch of mushrooms during the weekend, and that leads to a lot of winning bets, which I brought with me. They're over here. So,
was that the Vision Quest bets?
Mm-hmm. Vision Quest bets have been cooking.
They have been.
Let me see. Okay, another guy for a touchdown that I do. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. No, I think Pittsburgh's gonna fuck this team up.
It's such a great spot for Pittsburgh, by the way.
It's such a great off a bye,
and Cleveland's traveling back from a foreign country. It's a great spot for.
I
actually looked it up. Tom went off the bye 14-4.
Yeah, it's so. Do we want to play that? We should play an alt.
I'm fine with that. Yeah,
we should play an alt for that. Let me look at but I'm looking at touchdowns, and I am seeing. I don't know. I don't hate. I mean, it's on the Jags. I don't hate Parker Washington. You know what? Oh, you know who I like for a touchdown? Oh, this is a great price.
No.
Oh, dude, this is a fantastic price. All right, let's take.
Is it Evan Ingram against the Jets?
No, it's Torrey Holton against the Jags.
Okay.
5-1.
He's another one of those guys who just gets a bunch of red zone targets.
Yeah, I mean, he's also just like, he's a huge body.
Do you want that in the Underdog entry? I'm fine with that.
All right.
We think Seattle wins. We think Jaguars' defense isn't very good. I mentioned before that Seattle gives a bunch of targets to random people in the red zone.
And by the way, a bunch of Action Network just decided that they are on Tampa Bay, so I feel very confident about the Niners now.
Okay. That's a system play.
System play. All right. I'm trying to do, there's no Underdog in Vegas, right?
No, so you can't even place it. And neither can I in New York. So
all right. So then we're
still building it, but whatever. It's fine.
Wait, you can.
In Vegas?
It's coming up.
Okay. I did not know you could build that in Vegas.
Let me see. Torrey Holton. Yeah, man. Well, there's a couple. So they have things. They have like the receiving yards, they have things like that. It does come up. Okay. So, all right. Well, then I don't see his touchdowns though, is the thing. But let's see what else we could do here. I do like Torrey Holton. So let's do Torrey Horton higher receiving yards.
Okay.
Or do you want to do his longest reception?
Well, what's the number on each?
14.5 versus 22.5. So it's the same kind of correlation. I think 14.5 is
We'll do 14.5. That's fine.
What else?
Do you want to recycle anything?
Kind of like Eddie Pinheiro kicking points.
I like that. I think Tampa's defense isn't very good. So that's fine.
They have his field goals, which is you have to get.
The K balls are also juiced. He had a 59-yarder. I don't know if he's ever hit it that far in his entire life.
Oh, never mind. NFL picks are not available in Nevada yet. But anyway, but it's giving me the price.
Well, either way, we can build it for the sake of building it. And then
you could put $10,000 on a as a max bet on a underdog entry. That's
allegedly.
Crazy.
I mean, then again, it might just pop up. I don't know if they'll actually let you hit the send button, but who knows?
Well, anyway, Torrey Holton higher 14.5 longer. We can put this in when I land tomorrow.
That's fine. You got Pinheiro.
Yeah, and let's do one more. Let's do the Chase Brown.
What was the kicking props number? That was like 7.5.
No, they only give me field goals. So
so
but I like that. Well, look, it's not going to give us anything anyway.
I'm saying, so you want the field goals at 1.5?
No. Let's do Pinheiro over 7.5.
Okay, that's fine.
Horton. I keep saying Holton. Horton over 14.5 longest.
Okay.
Chase Brown under 12.5 rushing attempts.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Somebody who knows me, remind me, Corey, Cleveland sports champion. Corey, if you are hearing this, text me tomorrow and remind me that I have to bet this when I get to a state that I can do this.
There you go. I could always just remind you because I'm right here. But either way, before we end the show, just a brief recap of our 3 plays. Adam, what are your 3 plays for the show?
My 3 plays for the show are Baker over 22.5 completions, Jalen Coker over 2.5 receptions, and Chase Brown over 3.5 receptions.
And my 3 plays are Jackson Smith and Jigba over 76.5 receiving yards at -115. Noah Gray, longest reception under 8.5 yards at -115. That's my best bet, by the way. And Josh Carty over 1.5 field goals at -120. Anyway, that is going to wrap it up for the Week 6 episode of the Propcast. We're back once again for Week 7. Till next time, good luck to all of you and all of your bets. Bye, everyone.